posted by you/never suspected her. Let me start off by saying, I wasn't looking for revenge. I just wanted answers. Closure. Maybe. But what I got was a front row seat to someone blowing up their entire life for a couple of cheap thrills. And I just let it all happen. My 35M, ex-wife Amanda, 33F, and I were married for 8 years. We met in college, started out broke and stupid, built our way up. I'm in software engineering, she's in corporate marketing. Things were good, at least I thought they were. We had a house, 2 dogs, annual vacations, the works. We were planning to start a family soon. Turns out she'd already started a double life. The red flags. It started small. Amanda used to be home by 6 p.m., like clockwork. Then suddenly she's working late 3 times a week. She was always protective of her phone, but now it was on airplane mode during dinner. She claimed it helped her unplug. What really made me suspicious was how happy she seemed. Not happy to see me, just happy. Giddy, like a teenager texting her crush. I asked her if everything was okay, and she laughed it off. The gut feeling wouldn't go away. I know people say you should trust your partner, but I've also learned to trust myself. So I started digging. The discovery. Amanda had a work trip coming up, 3 days in Seattle for some conference. She left on a Wednesday morning, and I waited until that evening to act. I'm not proud of this, but I cloned her iPad, something she rarely used. I knew her passcode, synced it to her iCloud. What I found nearly made me vomit. There were dozens of messages between her and her boss, Scott. Flirty messages, explicit pictures, meeting times, hotel bookings. And the worst part? The Seattle conference was fake. She wasn't even in Seattle. She was at a cabin just 2 hours away. With him. She lied to my face, packed a suitcase, kissed me goodbye, and went off to play house with her boss. I didn't rage. I didn't cry. I just took screenshots. All of them. I organized them in folders with timestamps, labeled every file. I turned into a damn archivist. Then I made some calls. The setup. My best friend is a lawyer. I gave him the whole package. He helped me get my ducks in a row. Divorce paperwork, financial disclosures, everything. We had a post-nup, thankfully, that kicked in if infidelity was proven. Guess who just proved it? Then I called Amanda's parents. I've always gotten along with them. They practically treated me like their own son. I told them the truth and sent the proof. Her mom cried. Her dad said, and I quote, "Tell me where that slimy bastard works." Speaking of work, Scott was her superior. That made their relationship a massive HR violation. So I sent an anonymous email to the corporate HR department, screenshots included. I knew her company had a zero-tolerance policy for inter-office relationships between supervisors and subordinates. Now all I had to do was wait. The fallout. Amanda came home Sunday night, all glowing and refreshed. She walked in, gave me a hug, said the conference was so productive. I just stared at her and said, "Seattle seems nice this time of year." Her face went white. She asked what I meant, and I calmly slid the manila folder across the table. She flipped through it like it was a horror novel. Page after page. Her face went from pale to red to, "Oh my God, I fucked up." Then I handed her the divorce papers. The next few days were chaos. She moved out, tried to beg her way back in. "It didn't mean anything," she said. "It was just fun. You're the one I want to be with." I didn't even bother arguing. You don't negotiate with a burning building. Then came the rest of the dominoes. Her company fired both her and Scott for violating workplace policy. Apparently, HR had been suspicious of them for a while, but lacked hard evidence. I gave them everything they needed. Scott was married too. His wife filed for divorce the same week. Amanda's parents were horrified. They froze her access to the family vacation property she loved. Her social circle, which was mostly friends of both of us, dried up overnight. No one wants to be friends with the cheater who blew up a marriage for a sleazy office affair. The clean exit. The divorce finalized fast. The postnup gave me the house, the dogs, and the savings we'd built. She walked away with her car, some clothes, and a reputation in shambles. She tried to get me to reconsider months later. Sent letters, emails, even showed up at my gym once. Said she was in therapy, said she missed me. But here's the thing about trust. Once you kill it, it doesn't come back. I never raised my voice, never sought vengeance. I just let her actions speak for themselves. And they screamed louder than I ever could. What I learned, if your gut tells you something's off, don't ignore it. Collect facts, not emotions. Let cheaters destroy themselves. They usually will. I'm in a much better place now. Therapy helped. Friends helped more. The dogs are happy. The house is peaceful. As for Amanda, last I heard, she was crashing on a friend's couch, unemployed, and blaming everyone but herself. Actions have consequences, and sometimes karma doesn't need your help. It just needs a little time and a Wi-Fi connection.